Alright, YouTube, what's up? It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I figured I can't sleep, so what better way than to, I don't know, make my update? So you'll have to excuse my voice and my nose and everything else because I have gotten allergies or a freaking head cold. And I'm telling you, okay, there's nothing worse than going to eat a freaking chocolate bar, putting it in your mouth, and you can't taste shit. You're like, okay, like I know this is a caramel, okay? I know there's supposed to be caramel in here. I know this shit is supposed to taste like chocolate. And you're sitting there and you're like, no, it tastes like nothing. It was very pathetic. All day I haven't even wanted to eat because I'm like, why? Can't taste it. What's the point? I can't enjoy it. So it's been one of those kind of days for me. I'm not liking it. So the kinship worker came. She inspected my house, and she didn't have any concerns, which is awesome. And she was awesome. Like, I honestly expected it to be, like, obviously from my last video, you can tell that I've dealt with a lot of SAS workers, and a lot of them are just bullies and rude and whatever, and she wasn't. She was so nice. She was just, like, and she was very straightforward and everything. Like, it was, how, like, SAS workers, they try and sugarcoat everything and whatever. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Tell me how it is. Like, that is how I feel. I'm in my backyard right now, guys, because I'm smoking, and obviously, like, I don't smoke in my house. And I hear noises. Like, I have my dog with me. But he's a chicken shit. And he'd probably make it to the door before me and, like, bust it down and lock me out. Like he's a big dog, but he's such a chicken. Oh my. Anyways. So everything went really good. So I started getting, like, more excited about it, okay? Like, maybe, you get those people in SAS and, you get the bullies and whatever, and then maybe, finally you get a good one. So I'm really excited about that. I really like her. She's really good. And she's very nice. She's not, what are you eating? A stick. He's eating a great big stick. Now he's just gonna lay on it. Anyways, she's very nice, very, very straightforward and stuff too. Like, it was awesome. Like, I couldn't even describe the meeting went better, like, than awesome. Like, she understood about, like, things, like, obviously, like, I have 3 kids, right? Like, we went and seen their rooms, and I asked my kids to clean their rooms. My mistake was that I took their word for it, that it was clean. Either that or me and my children have very different definitions of clean. But my daughter, her drawers were like, clothes were spilling out everywhere. Like, and I folded all of those clothes because I give her all her clothes folded. All you have to do is put them in drawers. But then, of course, she gets up in the morning and she rips everything out of every single drawer until she decides that she wants to wear whatever it is that she wants to wear. So, and then my oldest son, his room, he has got a side table and it's full of crap. Like, just like crap. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm seriously being judged on this right now. So I apologize for my kids' rooms, but she told me they weren't messy. But they were. It was disturbing. And then, I guess, I don't know, honestly. I honestly thought that me and my sister were on the same page and that everything was good. And she keeps jumping back and forth to, like, what I feel and what I can only say is, like, to, like, not understanding. And, I rehash this with her every couple of weeks. And it honestly, like, it's hard for me, right? And I know it's hard for her. Like, I know it's over the top hard for her. But it's hard for me to keep rehashing when I finally think that, like, she got it, she understood. So that happened today, and that was extremely hard. But I guess what I want to say is, sister, I won't say your name, but sister, because I know you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and I know you watch my videos. But I've rehashed it with you and I've rehashed it with you, and I'm trying my hardest to make this as easy as I can on you. Giving you the access that I've given you, all of the family events, like, she will be at, like, everything. So I'm hoping that we can get back to the same page, and that, like, we can only, like, grow from here to better her. Come on, Ditto. There's some weird noises out here. Let's go. Let's go. I'm scared. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Oh my God, guys. This dog's looking at me like I'm retarded. Like, carry me. Ditto, come. Look, seriously, guys, look. Like, he's just chilling there. Come on. Let's go. I'm gonna go in the house without you. You guys want to see something funny? Oh, never mind. He got up and moved. I didn't even have to say cookie. Oh, see his ears perk? Cookie. Want cookie? He wants a cookie. He's a fat dog. Anyways, sorry. Off topic. But yes. Sister, I would like it for us to be on the same page and for us to be able to work together and forward and not have you feel like I'm doing this to hurt you or anything. I have children's aid's bottom line of what needs to happen, and I'm doing everything in my power to make that happen. I brought media attention towards it. I've done everything, and I will continue to fight and fight and fight until she is here and in her crib and safe. Also, I was given pamphlets today. Okay, these pamphlets are telling me that babies can't have blankets anymore. They don't have blankets. They don't sleep with blankets. They sleep in this thing that you can buy from Walmart, okay? And it goes over them. And then it, like, goes into, like, this circle thing. And that's what they have to sleep in. They can't have a blanket. And I'm like, you hear all these things all the time, right? Because they're always changing stuff. They're always changing it. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this. And then, like 2 years after that, it's like, oh, well, you should be doing this because it's better for the baby. And they keep changing their mind. And I think, oh my God, how did my kids ever survive? Because you're not allowed toys in the crib. Like, you can't have stuffies. You can't have nothing. You can't have blankets. Nothing. Like, it's literally the baby in this little thing laying in the bed. You're allowed a sheet. And I think to myself, like, my kids had the little fish things, and they had mobiles, and they had bumper pads, and they had blankets. Like, I don't know how they survived. I really don't. But it also makes me laugh too, because I'm like, back in the, like, way back in the day, where, like, SAS was non-existent, how did all the other kids survive? Like, my my great grandma, she'll talk about, like, farm life and whatever else and stuff like that. But, back before then, when they had, like, 12 kids, I bet you one of those kids was sleeping in a drawer when it was born. Like, I'm telling you, like a dresser drawer. Like, that's what it was sleeping in. Okay? But that kid survived, grew up. Either way. So now my mission is to go and buy and find these sleeper things that they need to sleep in. So that should be fun. And I will need to adapt to this new way of parenting babies, because My kids, they slept with blankets. And they loved their blankets. So, although for the first couple of weeks you can still swaddle, so I guess that's a bonus. At least they get a blanket for a little bit. But when she's born, it'll be summertime and potentially be hot. I don't want to like say that and then, I don't know, curse myself, because like the pool is set up and it's ready to go. There's water in it. The pump is on. The chlorine is in it. Like, it's ready for that ladder to be climbed on and got into. The only problem is, every time I go to climb into the stupid thing, it's freezing. And I'm not liking it. So, anyways, I had the first meeting with the kinship worker. It went really good. And I'm hoping that the next meetings, whenever they will be, I don't know when they are, but when they are, that they will go really good too. And we have the family meeting coming up. And then once we do that, that's where like your whole family gets together and they say, okay, this is the plan. And as long as we meet all of Children's Aid's bottom lines, they really can't go against it. So that turned out to be a good thing, because I honestly thought the family meeting was bullshit. And I was like, this is retarded. Like, we already have our plan. It's exactly what you want. But, you know, it just makes it better if the whole family gets together and say, yeah, this is what we're doing. Here's the plan. There you go. So, but either way, it seems like all the ducks are starting to fall in a row, you know? And I probably just jinxed myself and the other freaking shoe is going to drop. But I will post with more updates and let everybody know what's going on. And thank you to everybody who shared the first video. I very much appreciate it. Honestly, like, families going through this could not, like, they need support. Because Children's Aid to deal with is a freaking nightmare. I have never had my kids apprehended. I've never placed my kids voluntary or anything like that. So I don't know about anything like that. But I do know, like, you know, they walk in and there's blocks on your floor that your kids are playing with. And they're like, you need to clean up your living room. Sure, would you like me to put my son in the toy box too so he can still play with his blocks? Like, really? But again, that's say-ass workers who don't have kids and they think, oh, well, I read this in a book and your living room should be clean. Well, my kid's sitting on the floor and yeah, he's got 20 blocks on the floor and they're spread all over the place, but he's playing with them. So, I will post with more updates. Have a good night.